Hi and welcome to this very cooling, calming, soothing evening yoga session that is perfect to do, for example, right before going to bed, or just any time where you may be feeling a little stressed out or under the weather and just in need of a good, nice stretch. So let's get started right away. And we begin in easy rest, so lying down on the back and bringing the feet as wide as the mat and just letting the knees fall in, so bringing the knees to touch and placing one hand onto the belly and one hand onto the heart and closing down your eyes. Start to notice how you're feeling right now, how your body is doing, how your mind is doing. Can you let go of the day thus far and arrive fully on your mat, fully in this present moment? And then use the placement of your palms on the body to feel the breath. So feeling your chest rising, feeling the belly rising with every inhale, and feeling how the body sinks back in with the exhale. So start to take fuller, deeper breaths all the way down into your belly, feeling that lift, and finding full exhales out, so releasing all the air out again. Taking 2 more full breaths like that. And then start to blink your eyes open again and bend into the knees. Grab your feet from the inside for happy baby, so the soles of the feet are facing up towards the ceiling. And then gently start to rock from side to side here, but making sure that the spine is fully grounded into the mat. So especially the lower spine tends to lift off here. Try to press that down. And then letting go of the feet, extending the arms in a capital T shape and wrapping the left thigh around the right, maybe even eagle wrapping the legs. And then let the knees drop over to the right and bring your gaze over the left shoulder for a twist. Grounding your left shoulder blade down into the mat. And then lifting the legs up and switching the crossing of the legs. So now the right thigh is wrapping around the left. Maybe you even find that eagle wrap. And then just letting the knees drop over to your left side. Gaze goes over the right fingertips. And then lifting back through center, uncross your legs, hug your knees into the chest and just roll forwards and backwards a couple of times along the length of your spine until you come all the way up. Bring the palms behind you into the mat with the fingers facing forward. Feet are hip distance apart and just start to windshield wiper the legs here, so finding an internal and external rotation of the thighs. And the next time that your legs are over to the right, point the right fingertips back and bring the left hand to the outside of the right thumb, gazing over the right shoulder. Maybe you can even start to straighten out your legs here. Breathing into the right waist, drawing the right shoulder down. And then come back to center, fingertips pointing forwards again. And the knees fall from side to side, windshield wipering the legs, finding that internal and external rotation. And then pausing when the knees are on the left, pivot the fingers back to the back of the mat, palms next to each other, and gazing over the left shoulder, breathing fully into the left side of the waist, maybe even straightening out the legs and stacking the feet on top of each other. Inhale in. And exhale back to center, and we'll move into a shoulder stretch. Fingertips pointing to the back of the mat. Hips are moving down towards the heels. And then start to lift the chest out of the shoulders, straighten the legs, point your toes, and breathe fully into the chest, the shoulder blades, the upper arms, maybe all the way down into the palms. And then bringing the hands back towards you, cross your ankles and roll over the knees, or you can also just move the legs to one side to come into your tabletop position. Hands underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips. Inhale, drop your belly, arch your spine, cow pose. Exhale, chin to your chest, navel in, round your spine for cat. Inhale to drop the belly for cow. And exhale, find your cat pose. And one more time into our cow. So arch the spine, sit bones tilted, finding puppy's pose now. So walk your hands to the front of the mat, melt the chest down or come onto your forehead. And breathe fully into the upper arms, the neck. This is our counter stretching for sitting in front of the computer all day or being on the phone. So we're opening into the chest, into the shoulders. And now start to slide forward onto the belly, bringing the fingertips underneath the shoulders and the feet as wide as the mat. And then start to press into the fingers, lifting the chest up, head up, and exhale, rolling down, head lowers last. Again, inhale, lifting up, find your cobra roll, open the chest, head back, and exhale to lower all the way back down. And last one, inhale to lift, and exhale, lower down. Extend your arms into a capital T shape, come onto the left fingertips and then roll onto the right hip, finding a stretch in the right shoulder. Maybe you even want to reach the left arm up and over, reaching for opposite fingertips. Maybe you can also step the left foot behind the right leg, so bringing a bit more weight onto that shoulder, deepening the stretch. And slowly release, roll back onto the belly and extend the left arm long, coming onto the right fingertips, rolling onto the left hip, stepping the right foot behind the left if you like, and searching for opposite fingertips behind the spine. Breathing fully into the left shoulder. And slowly release and roll back onto the belly, palms underneath the shoulders, pressing back up and coming straight into downward facing dog. So tuck your toes, lift your hips up, and find your down dog with the feet hip distance apart. Palms are spread wide and pressing into the mat. And then inhale, lift the right leg up to find your three-legged dog. Exhale, step the right foot to the outside of the right hand. Lower the left knee down. Inhale, reach the right arm up. And exhale, bring the hand to the inner right thigh and open the leg, rolling onto the outer blade of the right foot, finding a stretch in the hip and in the left psoas, the left thigh. And then place the right palm back into the mat. Tuck the left toes to lift the left knee off the mat. And then step the left foot to the outside of the left hand to come into Malasana Yogi Squat. Hands in front of the heart. The elbows are pressing into the inner thighs to open up the hips. Inhale in. Exhale, plant the palms and then step the left foot back and the right straight into your downward facing dog. Hips up high, finding length in the spine. And then inhale to lift the left leg up. And exhale, step the left foot to the outside of the left hand. Lower the right knee down and reach the left arm up and bring it to the inside of the left thigh, drawing the knee away from you, opening the hip here. You can untuck the back toes and roll onto the outer blade of that left foot. One more breath in. And exhale, plant the palm back down and tuck the right toes to step the right foot to the front. Malasana, one more time. Hands in front of the heart, opening the hips. Inhaling in. And exhale, plant the palms and then step the right foot back and then the left. Downward facing dog. And we'll do 3 spinal rolls. I'll talk you through it. So start to come onto your toes and round into the spine, rolling forward into your high plank. Inhale. And exhale, bend your knees and arch the spine to send the hip bones back up, downward facing dog. Again, inhale, roll forward, coming high onto the toes. Exhale, bend your knees, sit bones lift up, down dog. And last one, round forward. Maybe you want to keep the legs straight now. Arch the spine, sit bones up and back, downward facing dog. And then lowering the knees into the mat, moving the hips to the side and extending the legs long in front, making sure there's enough space to lie down behind you. Setting up for a forward fold, removing any fleshy bits underneath the sit bones. Inhale, reaching the arms up, and exhale, folding over the legs. You can keep as much of a bend in the knees here as you like to find a stomach to thigh connection. So melting the upper body onto the legs, the stomach touches the thighs, and you can grab your big toes with the peace fingers. And from there you can then start to maybe find a bit more length in the legs. And then slowly lifting back up, extend your arms long in front, round your spine in a C curve and start to lower all the way down into the mat. Rolling down, bending into the knees and then placing the right ankle over the left thigh and draw the left knee in, grabbing the hands around the thigh and finding a stretch in the outer right hip. Right foot is flexed to protect the right knee. And release the hands and grab for opposite ankle. So now the left hand comes onto the right ankle and the right hand to the left. Drawing the knees a little bit closer towards you. And then gently letting go. And switching sides, left ankle onto the right thigh, wrap your hands around the thigh and draw the knee in, keeping the left foot flexed and breathing into the left outer hip. And then just releasing the hands and grabbing for opposite ankle. So drawing the ankles in, knees closer towards you. Full breath in. And exhale, letting go of the feet, lifting the legs up towards the ceiling for Viparita Karani, easy legs up the wall, letting the blood flow into the opposite direction, getting the effects of a lymphatic drainage. And then bending the knees, hugging them into the chest and setting up for our final pose, Shavasana, extending the legs wide, bringing the arms wide with the palms facing up, closing your eyes and getting really heavy, melting the body into the mat. Letting go of any restrictions to the breath and bringing your awareness to your third eye point between the eyebrows and bringing some lightness there, some ease and softness, relaxing the whole forehead area and allowing the body and the mind to seize in all the benefits from our practice. And then start to bring some movement back into the body, moving the fingers, the toes, reaching the arms up above the head, finding a full body stretch. And then bringing the knees into the chest, and in your own time rolling onto your right side, using the right arm as a pillow for your head. And keeping the eyes still closed or gaze lowered, press into the left palm to lift yourself back up to a seated position. Bringing the hands in front of the heart, thanking yourself for taking the time to practice. And I thank you so much for practicing with me. I hope I'll see you in the next one. And as always, don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, to stay up to date with all new videos. And if you have questions or feedback, you can just put it into the comments. I'd love to hear from you, and I'll see you soon. Bye bye.